Hi everybody. So we're kind of doing the pitot static tube. Uh, Cutting out of the hole in the filing, that footage got lost, but just imagine cutting a hole through metal and then filing it to a very specific shape. That's the description of basically the hole that you see right there in the skin. So the idea, I kind of went over this last time, is so with that skin up, you reach in with your hand through the inspection plate, and you use a marker to mark where the rib attaches to the skin. The idea being you want that pitot mast that's got a plate behind it to buttress up real nice to that rib, and then put a 90-degree piece of angle aluminum to attach the pitot mast to the rib just so it has a secondary axis of support. Great. What does all that mean? It means you gotta reach in, you gotta mark where the rib is on the skin so that you can use the template that you made of the pitot mast, or at least of the cutout, sorry, to use it on the skin to know where you need to match drill. So you match drill the skin, and then you make the hole in the skin, and then you start praying to Almighty God that when I stick this pitot mast through this hole backwards, it's gonna fit, and that it's not buttressed up or slammed against the rib, or it's not too far away from the rib. Oh, and let's not forget the fact that there's a lip on this mast plate. So the mast plate has a lip that corresponds to the wing's main flange, and you want that flange to just kind of seat real nice, like right there. Which is fine because you've match drilled the small template that you made up against that flange, so that when you put it onto the pitot mast or drilled it that way, then it was actually, sorry, you use the template and you drill those holes into the skin. Then you put the pitot mast in, and then you match drill the pitot mast through the rivet holes at the bottom. That's right. And somehow I did all of this correctly without screwing it up. So then what you do, after the pitot mast is in, you take your piece of angle aluminum, and I've done 3 holes along the side of the pitot mast. You don't actually go all the way through to the skin, but in my case I have. So it's just 3 holes along the side, and then there's 3 holes on the other side of the angle aluminum into the rib. I did key them just by not making them perfectly equal on the side so that I don't accidentally try to align it. So the way that it'll wind up working is I'm going to, so for final assembly, what I'll do is I will go ahead and, let me see if I got this right. So I'll put the piece of angle aluminum on and rivet it to the rib. Right, and then when I'm ready to put the bottom skin on, as I'm unrolling it, you basically unroll it kind of like we did with the rudder a long time ago. When you get to the point where the pitot mast is going to be in, you go ahead and stick that through the skin, and then you kind of insert the lip around the flange, and then that will sit very nicely up against the angle aluminum that you've already put in there. At least in my head, that's how I envision. So now that we've got all that done, and you can see the pitot mast is nice, it's clecoed in, everything fits really well. I'm very happy with it, and it's pretty straight. Now I'm working on the AHRS mount. Actually, it's the AHRS mount. Some people call it AHRS, it's AHRS. AHRS is a little bit different. So AHRS is the Air Data, Altitude, and Heading Reference System. So that's the box that takes in your pitot static. I believe it can also do angle of attack, and your OAT and other things, and that's basically what tells your EFIS systems, which way's up, and it gives you your airspeed, vertical airspeed, and all that. Vance has designed this one to go into the innermost inspection pocket of your left wing. Some people put them elsewhere. That's where I'm putting mine. It's a pretty simple system. It's basically just held in place. The unit is basically put onto a flat piece of metal as a mount, and then that mount is kind of just held in by this other mount. It's kind of hard to describe. I'll try to get a picture of it. Anyway, I'm going to be working on that, and then other wing things, so I will see you soon.